succeed so that we can provide that. So, so I've been very selective. I haven't taken offers that have come just for that fact, because we don't want to be one of many, because we are not. We are one, and that's the way we want to stay. So, pardon me.
Shannon, the next event will be on traditional pay-per-view as well, right?
Maybe on broadcast television. Who knows, So, like I said, I want to take some time, very non-committal, where our next direction is at this point, because we have a lot of options. We're working on a reality series that will be completely different from the format of what the UFC is doing and what Bellator is doing. But it will give an opportunity for these athletes to be more known and to elevate their profiles in public and all that kind of thing. So we're working on a lot of stuff, because they say we've got a lot of irons in the fire. Just going to see which one heats up first.
Has the pilot already been shot for the reality show then?
We're working on that.
Good. Thank you.
One question for Rose before we finish. Hey there. Hey Rose, you had a super exciting fight against Tisha Torres that a lot of us thought was a fight of the night contender. And you didn't come away with the win, but a lot of us want to see you fight against you. Do you know when you're going to be up next?
No idea. All I can say about that fight is just, never again. You can make up all the excuses. You can say, I could have did this, I could have did that. But, there's technical things that I could have done better. But in the end, I feel like, I wouldn't take it back for anything. I definitely, in that moment, there was just something different about that feeling. I just didn't care. I didn't care about anything in that moment. So, at the end, the judges got, I left it in the judges' hands. I let them decide my fate, and that's the mistake that I made. That's the ultimate mistake I made. Leading up to the fight, there's all these nitpicky things everybody stresses over about, oh, did I eat this? Did I drink that? Did I prepare enough? Did I, in the fight, could I have done that? Could I have done that? Yeah, sure. That could have got me the win or whatever, but in the end, the ultimate mistake is leaving it in the judge's hands. And that's what I did. So, we just got to go back to the drawing board and polish a few things. And I know it's a cliche thing to say, but, so what? I'm not going to change the person who I am. I fought my heart out, and, I wouldn't be satisfied with the decision win, whether I won or lost, and I'm not satisfied with this.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thanks.
Were you surprised it wasn't a split?
I was a bit surprised at that. The reason I didn't fight any different during the fight, I didn't change my game plan, or I didn't change anything, and I wouldn't have changed anything. I wouldn't take anything back, is because I firmly believed that I was winning. Obviously, the second round, I felt like I had that thought to myself, like, this doesn't look too good, because I was losing my balance, and it looked like she's pushing me back. And I could have done some technically things that would have made it more in my favor. But in the end, you can't worry about who's watching or who's, what I'm saying. You're the only one that knows really what happens during that moment. So, I definitely was surprised that not only I was surprised that I didn't get the decision. Like, when I heard unanimous, like a judge gave it all 3 rounds, I was like, oh wow, they're being generous to me. And then when I heard her name, I was like, oh, okay. But in the end, I did that mistake. That was my fault. I shouldn't have let it go to the judges' hands. And I'm gonna beat myself up for it. But it's gonna make me better. It's not gonna happen again.
Rose, how close did you think you were to getting that armbar in first?
Yeah. I thought it was pretty close, but but thinking back on it now, like, I was kind of surprised in the moment, like, oh, this girl isn't tapping, like, dang, okay. And I was fine with that, because it happened in an Emily Kagan fight, and just girls are flexible and just got triple joints, But then thinking back on it, I didn't do as much jiu-jitsu training for this fight. I did more striking. and that's fine, you know, so maybe, you know, you could say, like I said before, you could say, it, coulda, woulda, shoulda, but didn't, you know? You could say all these things like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, but, and the one thing was, I didn't do as much jujitsu technique as I did in the other training camps. But, you know, like, there's 1,000 different things that I could have done different, but so what? You know, I was myself during this fight, so I wouldn't take it back for nothing.
Doug Rose won't change for nobody.
Hell no. It sucks though. It sucks.
Despite not, yeah, but it sucks. Despite not coming away with the win tonight, were you happy to be able to stand and strike and showcase something? I know Tisha was happy to strike with you, and you guys both had some really awesome exchanges.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's a bittersweet feeling. I'm looking forward to watching the tape, but I'm also hating it because I know there's things that I'm gonna be like, dang, why did I do that? But I don't know, like the one thing that I can take from this, there are two things. The main things that I couldn't falter on, or I couldn't second guess it, is that never again, but also I was myself and I had fun. I was in that moment, and like there was a reason for everything that I did. So I'm not gonna second guess that, but at the same time, there's split personalities, and obviously I'm gonna second guess that. But you know, like I said, never again, and I had fun. Yeah, I mean, it felt good. Like, I mean, she was tagging me in the face, but I didn't care. You know, you know, she was punching me in the face, and I said, "So what? So what? You know, are you gonna hit me with 4? I'm gonna hit you with 1, really hard. You know." And you know, that wasn't enough. So you know, but like I said, that mentality and just thinking on that, it definitely gave me some good feelings and good thoughts. But at the same time, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. It fucking hurts. I'm sorry. It hurts, but it feels good at the same time.
Question for JoJo. You said that you felt a little bit off the ball tonight. What would you feel like you would do differently if you were completely on top of the ball?
And not take it to the judges. Stop it. And I would be happy.
So the next person might pay a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And October, if that's the date, is not near enough.
So October's not near enough. Do you know who you're fighting next? Did I ask you that?
Yeah.
Can't say.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna save that.
All right. Good stuff.
Shannon, couple questions. Did you feel it was coincidence that a half hour before your show started, there was a big announcement about the Silva Whiteman rematch? Do you think that was an attempt to take any wind out of your
what are they
sail?
gonna take from me? I mean, that's an announcement. We had a stellar fight card that just kicked behind, right? Really? So
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, no, not at all. You know, and you know, everybody likes to always say that, but I can tell you now, Joe Silva was sending me text messages saying, wishing me good luck, you know, I'm watching the fights tonight. So, there, you know, that just doesn't go on. I mean, that's a male athletes. We got female athletes, so yeah, I don't feel that way at all.
Second question.
But I missed the announcement, so what's happening? A
December
rematch?
28th.
Oh, nice, yeah. I'll watch that for sure, for sure.
Second question, a little more lighthearted. Is the same person that did your screen printing for the hoodies the same one that set the thermostat in the arena?
Well, you know, it didn't
Because- Sold me.
And
It was a
I'd
little
like to say
cold.
we sold out of those hoodies. You know, I wouldn't ask her to turn it down a couple times, but we did sell all of our hoodies, so that's, I mean, Christina was looking out for us, and props. So, no, it was cold in there, yeah.
I look good.
Shannon, how long before you get estimates on pay-per-view buys?
It'll be a couple weeks or so. I mean, they'll trickle in, but there's so many, you know, pieces to that puzzle, so, you know, and then we have, you know, we're showing all the bars and everything like that, so we'll start getting all that stuff in, but, you know, it will be